And we are live. Let's get it. What is up, world? What is up to everyone here inside of the High Ticket Society? I am your man, your fearless leader, Michael Overdeliver Baptiste. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look, we are here in day 4. This is day 4 of our High Ticket Freedom Activator Bootcamp, helping you activate high ticket sales, helping you activate more in your business through the power of high ticket sales. And again, I'm Michael Baptiste. We got so much great information that we've covered so far in this bootcamp. I'm really excited. Now, if you don't know who I am, if you're just tuning in, this is the first time you're watching me or meeting me online. Just to kind of give you a little bit of background about me as we have people joining and participating and like I said, people joining here on this live training session. For many people who watch the replay, but let me just jump into the community here. Okay. Just because I enjoy the feedback, I enjoy participating. I enjoy the opportunity to, like I said, connect and tune in with others here inside of our community. So again, I'm really excited. Now, if you don't have any idea of who I am, I'm Michael Overdeliver Baptiste. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for over 8+ years. I got my start in digital marketing back in 2010, back when like funnels were not a thing, high ticket was not a thing. Like nobody was talking about these things like they are now today. Okay. And ever since then, I've been able to go on and, generate income through affiliate marketing, eBay, Amazon, different strategies over the years. And then I really found out about product creation and I honed in on creating products. And that has been where I've developed my skill set, is that of product creation, sales copy, and even high ticket sales. Okay. So from the process of selling digital products, I went on to create over 20+ of my own digital products, courses, ebooks, and I even created one software. I even created one of my own software products. Okay. So throughout this experience of creating products, I realized I had a skill, I had something, and I decided to go out to the world and offer my services to help local businesses to grow their companies, right? Through digital marketing and my skills. Well, I attracted a partnership with a startup company called Fresh Start Beverage Company. We later went on to invent a product from scratch called Banana Wave Banana Milk, where me as one of the co-founders helped to launch this product into mass market retail stores like Whole Foods, Walmart, HEB, GNC, and over 3,000 stores across the United States, as well as countries abroad. So I have this experience of creating products, of creating physical and digital products, getting them out there to the mass market. And even when it comes to high ticket sales, I've been selling high ticket online since 2011. That's when I made my first sale. And then in 2014, that's when I launched my first high ticket coaching program, teaching people my skill set back then of product creation. Like in 2014, I was teaching people how to create products. Okay. Fast forward now to 2020, that has evolved into what is known as high ticket freedom. And this is a movement that we've created to teach people how to take their expertise, own that expertise, package it, transform it into a product or a course or an online coaching program, and then be able to go out there and attract customers, close those customers, enroll those customers, and help those customers get whatever outcome they're after, so they can create a fulfilling movement that transforms lives around the world. And in a way that they're able to create a fun lifestyle business that serves them and serves others at a very high level. That's what we do inside of High Ticket Freedom. And I come to you and I share with you a little bit about what some of the things I've done in case you have no idea of who I am. Okay. So now that you got a little bit more understanding of who I am, my story, let's just do a quick shout out because we do have some people here tuning in live. So if you're here watching live, just give me a shout out below, drop a comment below. Let me know that you are here watching live. All right. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna join us now. All right. Excellent. So thank you, those of you who are tuning in. Okay, so today, let me just pull this a little bit closer. All right, so you should have so you can see it right there. You should be able to have a good angle right there. All right. So today we are talking about day 4. This is day 4. Okay, this is day 4 of the Activator Bootcamp. Okay, and today is marketing and sales. All right, bam. All right. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Today is marketing and sales. Jesse Sanders, thanks for tuning in. Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in, Jesse. Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in, Jesse. Oh, man. Jesse, what part of the world are you tuning in from? Just let me know. Just let me know what state or what city that you're tuning in from. Love to give shout outs to those who jump in and join in and share their energy with me. So just like I've shared in the days before, like the important thing to understand here, especially with the format of this boot camp and everything we're doing. Let me just give you, that should be a better angle there. With the format of everything we're doing, it's all about an energy exchange, right? So I'm going to share my energy with you. I'm going to share my information with you, my experiences with you from proven experiences, right? And it's your goal, your job, your duty, your responsibility to give me energy. So you give me energy, I'm going to give you more energy, all right? And the good thing is that the energy that I have is going to help you in your life and in your business because of my expertise of over 8+ years of doing this right here, okay? So Jesse said, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. Man, that's cool, man. It's interesting. This office where I'm currently working at, the owner, he's also from Ohio. Very interesting. And he's also in the community. He's also in our high ticket society. Very, 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 very solid man, very solid guy. Also from Ohio. So shout out to Columbus, Ohio, here in the building. For those of you who just tuned in live, just give us a shout out. Let us know where you're from, where you're calling in from, where you're tuning in from, watching this from, because we are going to be diving in here to day 4, which is all about marketing and sales, right? All right, all right. Those of you who are tuning in, just comment below. Give me some feedback. Give me some energy. Remember, you give me energy, I'm going to give you energy. I'm going to give you more energy because I'm already giving you this energy for free, right? Like you don't have to show up and pay for this. And these are things that some people pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for. This type of information, at least on the surface level, what you're getting. Okay. So the more energy you give me, the more energy I'm going to give you. And that's how we elevate this training experience. Bose, good to see you, Bose. Good evening from Marion, Alabama. Ooh, man, y'all all the way from Alabama. Thank you for tuning in from Alabama. Bose. Yes, sir. Hashtag roll tide. Roll tide. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got people calling from different parts of the country. This is awesome. So I'm really excited about this information today, as far as what I'm going to be sharing with you. And just before I deep dive into everything here, as far as like the technical aspects of marketing and sales, what I want to do is I want you to understand something, okay? Everything in our reality, or rather everything in our society is sales. It's marketing. It's it. Like, I've traveled around the world. I've traveled to a couple of different countries, and I've lived in a couple of different countries around the world, countries like China, Colombia, Thailand, right? Like I've lived in these places and I've experienced the culture and I've gotten to know the people. I've gotten to learn the languages. I've gotten to learn about different cultures, right? And one of the things I can say about the American culture, right? Or the Western world's culture is that they are #1 in the world for marketing, right? There's nobody better in the world than America at marketing. And even the Western side of the world at marketing. And the reality is that everything in your life, somebody marketed it to you. Like somebody sold you on what you have in your life. Think about the shirt you're wearing right now, right? Boilermaker, boiler up, Purdue. All right. This is awesome. Thanks, Bose. So everything in our life is based on marketing, like the clothes you wear, the car you drive, right? You saw a commercial or somebody said, hey, this is a great car. You're going to save gas. You're going to get good mileage per gallon, right? Or maybe it's fuel efficient. You won't damage the economy so bad, right? Or maybe you decided, hey, if I can get this nice shirt, if I can put these jeans on, if I can put these shoes on, right, I can go out there and I can attract the opposite sex, right? And I can market myself. I can sell myself to the opposite sex so that way I can get that attention and get a date, right? I can get a girlfriend, or I can get a boyfriend, or I can get a spouse or husband, wife, whatever you're looking for. Like somebody marketed that idea to you, that you need to have these things in order to close the sale, or in order to get what it is that you want. And the reality is that because everything has been marketed to us, everything has been sold to us, that means that we've been on the side of the consumer. We've been consuming these things that people have sold to us, right? That people have marketed to us. And there's nothing wrong with consuming, right? I believe that in order to be a good leader, you have to also be willing to be a good follower. So I believe that in order to be a good producer, you must first start off as a consumer, right? But now we're talking about turning tables here, and we're talking about helping you get on the side of being a producer. And if you already are a producer, we're talking about helping you produce more, okay? So understanding the fact that everything's been marketed to us, everything's been sold to us, everything, like the house you live in, I mean, just about everything, okay? At least if you purchased your house, you decided to go out there and buy that specific house or that condo or apartment, or wherever you live at, somebody marketed it to you, right? Whether it's the attraction of a good neighborhood, right? The attraction of having good neighbors, the attraction of being close to supermarkets and schools, or maybe being close to attractions, right? That was designed, like somebody marketed that specifically so that way you can come in and make a buying decision, right? Understanding this, how do we use this information for our benefit? How do we use this information for our gain? The first thing I'm going to challenge you to do is, like, anytime you're out there in the world, you become the producer of the marketing. You become the one that influences others. You become the one that is the seller. You become the one that is selling, okay? I heard this analogy years ago from a coach of mine, and it kind of goes like this, right? In the marketplace, there's a moving parade right now. Like when I say, think about a parade, right? So in the parade, you got like the middle of the road, then you got people on the different sides of the road. So let me actually draw this out for you. This is a concept called, okay, first we'll start here. Moving parade. Okay, moving parade. Let me just make sure this is nice and legible here. Let me just make sure this is nice and legible so that way you can see me. And just before I dive in, I love to just make sure that this is you're getting this, you're understanding. The point that I just made, let me know if you understood it just by dropping a comment below. And I will draw this out in the meantime, okay? But I just want to make sure you're understanding me here. So if you can imagine, right, there is a street right here, a street right here, all right? And then here you got a bunch of people. Right, there's a bunch of people. Right, this is a crowd of people, right? Got all these people here that are looking, that have showed up to this parade today, right? All these people have showed up to this parade. They're showing up for a reason. Somebody marketed the fact that, hey, look, this parade is going to be entertaining. Hey, you're going to enjoy this parade, so show up to this parade because you're going to get some entertainment, some joy-filled moments and experiences. Whatever the marketing was done to get them to this parade, it got them here. Now they're at this parade. Now, imagine this is the market. Like, these are the people in the market that are looking to consume products, right? So these are the consumers. So again, these are consumers. Same thing here. All right, same thing here. Like as in like these people here are consumers as well. Okay, so if we're looking at these people on both of these different sides here, and these people are actually the consumers, then what does that mean for what does that mean for the people who are actually in the parade? Well, these people who are here in the parade, they're not consumers. These are the producers, right? So these are the people that are producing products. And these are the people that are getting the money. Right here. The people that are playing on the field, okay? These are the producers. Are you following that? Is that making is that making sense? Atlanta in the house. Mandela, welcome all the way from ATL, Georgia. What it do for you? Thanks for tuning in. But for those of you who are here watching right now, watching live, remember, it's about energy exchange. The more you exchange with me, the more I'm exchanging with you. But just getting back to this first example here, right? This is called the moving parade. This is a concept, again, that I learned from one of my coaches many years ago, and it really hit home with me, and it made me want to become a producer, right? So if you take a look at it, right, with this moving parade concept, you've got the consumers that are watching the parade, right? But then you've got the people in the middle of the street that are walking down the street. They got the drums, right? They got the horns. Maybe they're wearing some flashy colors. They got a big float, right? They're constantly putting out things into this parade, right? They're whether that's dancing, whether that's singing, whether that's screaming, waving at people, exchanging that type of energy, right? Like they're constantly doing this in this moving parade, and they're getting the attention of the consumers on both sides of this parade. Okay, what I want you to understand here, this analogy correlates directly to you because maybe you have been on the side of consumerism, right? Maybe you've been just consuming, right? Well, it's now time to shift the perspective and get away from just standing in the crowd being another consumer. Now it's time to shift gears into being a producer, okay? Being a producer. Mandela said, Baton Bob, the parade fame. Not sure what that means, but hey, ATL in the building. ATL in the building. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, sir. Thanks for showing up, tuning in. And Bose, I know we're here, and we will keep it going. Yes, sir. Purdue, stand up. All right. Okay. All right. So if we're looking at this concept of the moving parade, and it's important to understand that you want to be the person who's actually in the parade, okay, who's walking down that street, who's promoting what you got to offer, who's letting everybody know, hey, look, this is what I got. Like getting that attention for yourself. This is the way that you'll make money. And so there's an entire group of people that are focused on only this, and they study, they research, they plan, they scheme, they mastermind. Like they are just constantly thinking of different ways to create new floats, to create more attention inside of this moving parade as a producer. What's happening is that these people that are the producers are the ones that are making money, okay? And these people that are moving down the street of this moving parade, these people are doing what is called marketing, okay? Marketing. So marketing is the act of promoting yourself, promoting a product, a service, or a good in the marketplace in exchange for equal or greater value, okay? Now, this is not the Webster technical definition of marketing, but I'm just breaking this down and keeping it simple with you, right? So if marketing is a process of promoting and sharing your goods and services with others in the marketplace, we got to understand exactly how to market, right? So in order to understand how to market, we need to first understand what, or rather who are we marketing to, okay? So normally when it comes to, marketing a specific product, there's a demographic, right? So you must first understand the demographics of who you're marketing to and the psychographics of who you're marketing to, right? So when we're talking about demographics here, okay. Demographics and psychographics. Hope I spelled that right, because but basically, these are the two things to understand before you dive into your marketing, right? Who are you marketing to? And then who is just one component of it, but we need to dive deeper into more than just who, right? We need to understand the physical aspects of them, which relates to the demographics. So demographics, so this could be like, gender, right? Maybe, so this could be, right? This hair on a woman, So we need to understand, like, is it male, female, right? Or are we marketing to somebody that's in the United States, somebody that's in Alabama, somebody that's in Georgia, somebody that's in Ohio, right? Somebody that's in Florida, right? Are we marketing to somebody that has, 3 kids? Are we marketing to someone that's single, that's married, right? These are things related to demographics. So think of like location, age, gender, income level, housing situation, education level, right? Like these are demographics. These are things related to like the physical aspects. Okay, so let's say physical. But if we're talking about psychographics are more so related to marketing and process, promoting yourself, your good service, must understand demographics. Yes, sir, absolutely, Bose. Yes, sir. You must understand demographics, because if you don't know who you're selling to, you're not gonna sell to anybody. I've done a lot of consult. Man, I've probably done over. Shoot, I've done hundreds of consultations with people over the years. I mean, just in the last 6 months alone, I've easily done close to about. I've done hundreds in the last 6 months alone, but over the years, I've done probably like 6, 7. Hundreds of consultations over the years, right? And one of the things that I've noticed about a lot of people that don't get results, or a lot of people that fail or come up short on what they're trying to do, is because they want to sell to everybody, right? They're like, so I'm like, who's your customer? Everybody can use this product. Everybody can benefit from this. And then I go, okay, look, here's what's going to happen now. One, you're going to have a difficult time getting your products and services out there. Two, I don't think I can help you. Like, if you want to focus on everybody, I can't help you, because I understand demographics, lasering down, niching down, and really targeting one person, or maybe two, targeting one person or maybe like 2 people, meaning that you can target a male and a female that share similar characteristics, or they share similar demographics and psychographics, right? This allows you to like really hone in on who you're trying to get yourself in front of. So we're talking about psychographics. Psychographics relate to things that are non-tangible, okay? So these are things like hobbies, interests, favorite types of books to read, favorite types of food to eat, faith, right? Their religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs. These are things that are related to psychographics, okay? These are important to note. So let's just say this is the brain here, all right? So again, hobbies, okay, likes, food, preferences. Okay, and so these are preferences. Boom. All right. So psychographics are equally as important, because if you don't understand what's going on in the mind of your prospects, then you're not going to really be able to get yourself in front of them successfully, and you're not really going to be able to sell them. You're not going to be able to get them to make a buying decision with your company, just because you don't understand the conversation that's happening between their ears. And this is extremely important to understand psychographics, right? So Bo said, marketing the process, promoting yourself and goods and service others, must understand demographics. Absolutely, 100%, 100%. Okay, Bo's absolutely 100%. You must understand the demographics of who you are selling to. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's true. Like, you must understand these things. Now, I know you're like, well, Mike, demographics sounds cool, but how do I actually like search and figure out what a person's demographics are? There's a couple of ways you can do it. One of the most immediate ways you can do that is by going to Facebook and looking at Facebook's audience insights, just to see what type of, what are some of the demographics of people that are interested in certain thought leaders or certain influencers or certain leaders in particular spaces, right? You can actually use Facebook's audience insight to do that. Another place where you can go to find out different demographics is quantcast.com. You may have to sign up for a free account. They have like a free trial account there, but you can get started in Quantcast and start looking at your competitors' websites and seeing the demographics of the people that are visiting. You can also check out SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb offers great insights into demographics. And in regards to psychographics, you know, one of the best ways to understand psychographics, I'll be real with you, there are not a lot of tools out there for psychographics. You know, I share this info with my clients, but one of the things that you can do is you can go into different communities and start looking at what are the problems people are complaining about. What are the issues that people are addressing? What are the things that people are saying that they're dealing with, right? And like this way, you can go into these communities, see what the problems are, and have a better understanding of what your market is experiencing, and you know where they're at in their customer life cycle, right? Whether they're ready to buy today, they're ready to buy next week, or whenever. You can go into these groups and start to research and see what people are talking about, what are the discussions, and then those people that are posting their questions and their problems, you can click and go to their profile and take a look at them, take a look at their profile, and this will allow you to do manual demographic research, and it will also allow you to do manual psychographic research by visiting their profiles and seeing what questions, concerns, and problems people are suffering from. Okay. So at a foundational level, it's important to understand some of the principles of marketing. There's a great book that I recommend. It's called The 22 Laws of Marketing. Okay. And there's another book called The 22 Laws of Branding. Both books I definitely recommend. It's you know, I go into these principles with my clients inside of our High Ticket Freedom Academy program, because like this is really heavy knowledge, and this is the knowledge that we've used with our Banana Wave business to be able to grow and scale a company to the mass market that is now in over 3,000 stores and slowly but surely approaching 4,000 stores, eventually on our way to 10,000 stores and beyond, right? 22 Laws of Marketing, 22 Laws of Branding, both books I recommend. You should check those books out, okay? So just getting back here. Now that we understand there's a movement parade, you want to be a producer. Get on the side of a producer versus a consumer. Demographics and psychographics are definitely ways to get yourself out there. Well, definitely ways to understand who you're marketing to, who you're selling to. Hey, man, but hey, Mandela, you are sharp. Bose, you are sharp. You both are two sharp gentlemen. Thank you for being a part of this community and participating. So let me just acknowledge, man. I gotta acknowledge. I feel like it's important to give credit where credit is due. And you are both smart and sharp gentlemen. Cool thing is that this will live forever. So anybody who comes and watches the replay forever will hear the shout outs to you, Bose, and shout out to you, Mandela, for being sharp and smart gentlemen. All right. So just getting back to it here. Now that we understand some of these foundational principles of marketing, again, there's a lot more that goes into it. As you know me, like there's so much more. But I want to keep this as concise as possible because I understand our time is limited. Okay. So there's many ways to get your product out there when it comes to marketing. One of the most popular ways in this day, age, and time is social media. And I'm gonna be real with you, social media has its place. And I believe that social media is a phenomenal tool when used for marketing purposes and purposes of growing your business, advertising, and selling, right? And even building communities like we have here with the High Ticket Society. I believe that social media has a lot of great benefits to it. But the reality is that there's a lot of downside to it as well. Year ago, I was asked, what product are you selling today? We have better tools. Yes, sir. Much better tools. I mean, the tools are just incredible that are out there and available in the market. The tools are incredible that are out there in the market. Yep. Yes, sir. So the other part of social media is that it can cause a lot of anxiety. It can cause depression. It can cause fear of missing out. It can make you feel like you're not doing something right with your life by looking at other people's social media and their lives and their highlights on social media, right? Without fully understanding that, hey, there's another side to that equation where they're not living highlights every day. And so for full transparency, there's a lot of people that follow me, and I want to be authentic with you. My life is not perfect. Like I am far from perfect. Every day I make mistakes. Every day I screw up. There's something I do where I drop something and it breaks, or, you know, I do this and it messes up, or I say this to somebody and they get offended. Like every day, like I'm not perfect. And I get a lot of people that reach out to me that like, Mike, you're traveling, you've been doing this. I see you, I'm so jealous, da, da, da. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. You're jealous because I have my own internal struggles and my own internal battles that I face every single day. right? But you don't see that because you just look at my profile and you see all the business stuff I post or the highlights that I post, right? And I even have fallen into that trap as well by seeing other people like, man, like, you look at this person, they're doing this thing. I want to do that. Why am I not doing it? I must not be good enough, right? So, and just so you know, I have gotten over that, and I've began to consume less. Like I focus on a few people on social media, and I consume their content because there's this positive, it's uplifting, it's upbeat, and that's also something I recommend for you with social media is like follow the people that are helping you move closer to your goals. If what you're following on social media and the marketing that's out there, if it's moving you away from your goals, you don't want it. You don't need it. Like it's not worth it. We only got one life. Our time here is limited. We're on borrowed time. We're borrowing time from the universe. After this life, we transition. So we're not going to be here forever. You see what I'm saying? So it's important that like right now you're focused on whatever you're consuming on social media and from different people out there. Is it moving you closer to your goal or further away from your goal? That's important. So now understanding that, look, social media is a great tool for actually being able to market yourself. And because of the fact that, look, this is a boot camp here. And I want to dive into as much information as possible. It's just the reality is that like, I just want to give you enough so you can go get started and start being able to produce, right? Produce, whether it's leads, produce sales, produce results, produce outcomes. That's what I'm all about. So social media is a great tool for marketing. And I'm gonna tell you some of the tools, not only that I use to sell online products, but also some of the things we use to sell offline products with our Banana Wave business. One time I hired a VA to unfollow everyone on my timeline. Man, that's great. That is great. How did that work out? How did that work out for you by unfollowing everyone on your timeline? Yeah, how did that work out for you? I would like to hear that. Bo said alerts on potential breakout stocks with report a narrative, also mentor investing traders to find hidden gems. Okay, so I believe, okay, so I guess this is relative to your software, right, Bose? Is this relative to your software? To not software, but like, I guess tech for stocks and trading. All right. It was amazing. Clarity and focus were easier, man. How about that, man? Man, that is where it's at. Real, like seriously, that is where it's at. Yeah, Mandela, that's where it's at. You know, I recently did something similar to where I had a conversation with a good friend of mine. He's a friend, a business partner, and also a mentor. We have a great relationship, very dynamic relationship. And I came to him and I approached him and I told him, hey, look, man, like, you know, my business I've experienced, you know, realistically, I decided to be a part of like some communities on social media and follow some gurus. And man, like I noticed when I followed, like a couple, like after I started following these gurus and joining these communities, I noticed my business, like before I joined, it was doing like this. My online business was growing. And then when I joined these communities and started following these influencers, my business started to stagnate and then slowly dip, right? And I'm like, man, why is my business going down? Like, what's happening? Had a conversation with this good friend of mine, friend, mentor, partner, all the above. And he shared some things with me, and it made me realize something. It made me realize that when we go to like look to the gurus and we go look to these people out there, we actually give them our power. We allow ourselves to have our power taken away by these gurus whose advice probably just doesn't work for us. Like just being real. And unfortunately, a lot of people live their lives like this, where they're following. They're following this guru, they're following that person, they're listening to this advice over here from this theory, right? And they're just like spinning themselves in circles and not being able to get what they want. This is a major problem a lot of people suffer from. And I've even experienced this. And what I can say, Mandela, is that like once I myself decided to start leaving some of these groups, I decided to start unfollowing, unfriending a lot of these people. I decided to take away from trying to speak on other people's stages and trying to do this for other people and trying to get into people and trying to get accepted by people. I said, forget that. Right? Like I said, I didn't say it that nicely. I did drop the F-bomb, okay? But I said, forget that, man. Like, this is not where it's at. I'm gonna go focus on my people and my audience in the high ticket society with our high ticket freedom movement, as well as the other things that I do. Like, I'm gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on my list. I'm gonna focus on my group. I'm gonna focus on my audience. I'm gonna focus on serving my people, like I'm doing for you right now. I'm gonna focus on serving my people. If you're here in the high ticket society, you're my people. If you're on my email list, you're following me, you're a part of my audience, you're my people. It doesn't matter what your shade is. It doesn't matter what your size is, what your weight is, what your age is, what your gender is, what your sexual preference is, what your religion is. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you got a heart and I got a heart. And if you resonate with my heart, that means my heart resonates with you too. That means you're my people. Okay. I look at the heart of the matter. And so, funk that. But that is it, funk that. Bo said, I developed a narrative by conducting original research using problem-solving methods such as who, what, when, and why. Great. Man, I love that. That I do love. Giving away power while you empower them to take away potential market share from you. Been there and done that. Giving away power while you're empowering them to take away potential market share from you. Ooh, so great. So that's a great concept there, Bose. So for me personally, I don't look at it as taking away potential market share because I believe in abundance. And the thing I know is that there's always new people entering into a market, right? So like right now today, somebody just found out about internet marketing. Somebody just discovered digital marketing. Somebody just found out about funnels, right? Somebody just heard about high ticket sales and high ticket marketing. So for me, I believe in abundance. And because I know there's abundance out there, there's going to be a continuous stream of people always coming into the market. For a long time, I thought to myself, man, like, who am I to teach people how to create products? Like, who am I to teach people how to do these things that I'm doing when it could potentially lose me sales? But then I realized something. There's 7 billion people on this planet. Like, and this, it's probably like maybe 1/3 of those people are like even technically savvy and use the internet. And there's probably like billions of other people that have no idea who I am. They have no idea about high ticket freedom. They have no idea about what I do. They have no clue, and they've never heard of anybody else, right? So that means there's opportunity for me to be out there and be the one that begins to share this information with them, so that way they can work with me, okay? Because I believe there's abundance out there. So I share that with you because a lot of people operate on like a scarcity mindset. To where like, oh, I can't, if I give this to you, or if I send you referrals, or if I promote you, then nobody's going to buy from me. Nobody's going to come my way. I can't do that. And the interesting thing is that I found that the more you give, the more you promote others, the more that encourages others to give back to you and to promote to you. And if it's not those ones you promoted specifically, because we live in a universe of, where one of the laws is, give and receive, right? It's like karma, right? Like the more you put out there, the more that you'll give back. So regardless of like how many people you teach your strategies and insights to, there's an abundance of everything we want in this market. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you both because that's my belief. I do understand what you're getting at here. Is like empowering them to take away potential market share from you. But again, I believe in abundance. But thank you for sharing that, man. I love just being able to hear different ideas because it gets my brain thinking differently, and I get a chance to share. To share my perspective, but abundance is nice. However, using your digital environment, without compensating you. So, abundance is nice. However, they're using your original idea and products without compensating you. The thing about it is that because I believe in abundance, there's no shortage of ideas, and there's no shortage of anything out there in this world, and it's just about your perspective on things. But I don't want to spend too much time here. Just going on to this point. I do want to dive into some of the marketing strategies that we've used and just share them with you so that way you can understand them. And then I want to dive into sales, okay, so that way you can at least have a better understanding of how to sell, like how how to master the sales conversation, how to master the sales process for your business, for whatever product or whatever service you're selling. I want to share that with you right now. So if we're looking at ways to actually market yourself and put yourself out there, one of the most effective ways, yeah, people say is word of mouth, right? But the thing about word of mouth is that it's limited. Like you can use word of mouth, and word of mouth does work, and it's actually one of like the most effective ways to market. But the reality is that word of mouth is limited when it comes to scaling. Getting started, yeah, word of mouth can definitely make things work and allow you to put yourself out there from the beginning. So if we're talking about ways to market word of mouth, so let's just draw. All right. So boom, we got the lips here. So just so look, I'm just gonna do this, right? So you got a person here who's talking. Right? Boom. So this is word of mouth. Word of mouth. Okay, so word of mouth is one way that you can actually, right, get people interested in what you have to offer by sharing. Hey, this is what I got. Rolando, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking in with us. For those of you who are here watching live, just give us a shout out. Let us know where you're calling in from, and let us know that you're here so we can, again, keep exchanging the energy back and forth. Word of mouth is one way to get yourself out there with marketing. I know it's like word of mouth, Mike. I got it. I mean, that's super simple, super easy. Now, this is one of the most effective ways that I do my marketing, and I've generated several thousands of dollars from this strategy. Yeah, I've generated tens of thousands of dollars from this strategy, and it is called email marketing. Okay, email marketing. It's really, really effective because in email, okay, so with email marketing, email is the most intimate place on the internet for a person. Like, you can go on social media, you can go on Twitter, but it's not as intimate, right? Like, that's not where you get your sensitive information from. Like, you go on social media, you get like just like chaos, right? Just a chaos of information, content, people sharing things, cat videos, all type of craziness, right? So it's not that intimate on social media. But if we're looking at it like email marketing, like that is the most intimate place that a person owns online, right? Aside from their like online banking or online investment accounts or, you know, whatever. Email will always be effective in regards to getting your message out there and promoting yourself to people out there in the world. Okay, so let me just shout out Rolando. Thank you for joining us. And to my man Bose, thank you for sharing your perspective on the market share concept. Yes, sir. Yeah, truly, because like at the end of the day, I believe that different perspectives from different people is what makes life life. Like, if everybody believed what I believe, we would live in a boring world. If everybody believed what you believe, it would be boring, right? So we need the differences of opinions and beliefs in order to make this an experience, right? Exactly. So getting back to it, email marketing is a very effective way to market your products and services. And again, we talked about some of the tools, but strategically, what you want to do is you want to set up a series of automated follow-up emails that get sent out automatically to people who sign up for your email marketing list, right? So this is one way to get your word out there and do the marketing. Another way is with chatbot marketing, okay? So, right, well, we got the chatbots. Okay, so chatbots are automated tools that you set up that will send out messages to people, whether that's on social media, whether that's on your website. And these are designed in a way to help people make a decision to do business with your company, okay? At least from my perspective, that's the way it should be done, is you wanna set it up to where people are there and engaging in the chatbot to make a buying decision or to make a decision to sign up, subscribe, sign up for this free thing, set up, schedule a free consultation, whatever it is that you're offering. Like, you want to set up chatbots in a way that helps you reach that objective. Okay. So the next one is influencers. Now this is one of my personal favorites because we use influencers to drive like so much traffic. Okay. All right, and we got a loudspeaker. Okay. So influencers. So a lot of people don't know this, but I'll share this with you. So with our main company, again, this is a company that's crossed over 7 figures over the last since 2016 when we went commercial. Our company has crossed 7 figures, right? And the reality is that we didn't do paid advertising. Like a lot of gurus are like, you gotta run Facebook ads, you gotta do YouTube ads. You're not doing ads, you don't have a business. I remember this one guru. I'm not gonna say his name, but I just laughed because it was like, these guys are funny. And it was just like, hey, if you don't do paid advertising and you're using influencers, you don't have a business. And I heard that and I was like, oh, okay, all right, okay. Again, not gonna say anything, but just like hearing that and realizing that same year this guy said that, like our business, that was I think I was 2006. I think it was 2016. Was it? No. Okay, maybe. Okay, I don't know exactly what the year was, but basically this guru shared this. Oh, if you're using influence, you don't have a business. And I'm here to tell you, look, we've done over 7 figures. Like we've done over $1 million in our company with a simple product, and we didn't do paid advertising. The only paid advertising we did was to get distributors to distribute the product, meaning that get influencers to influence the product to their customers. And in the case of our beverage business, influencers meaning distributors that actually sell to customers such as retail stores, restaurants, mom and pop shops, health food stores, right? Like these are their customers. So we got these influencers. My man, hey, telling you, man, you can't fall for everything that they tell you. Oh, you can't build a business if you don't do this. You gotta hustle until you die, and that's like you can choose to subscribe to those people like that, but I choose to subscribe to my thoughts, my beliefs, and my ideas. And I'm always open to listening to new ideas. I'm always open to listening to other people's beliefs. I'm always open to learning new information that can help me, okay, change my perspective on the world to improve my quality of life. I'm not one of those people that's like, this is what I believe, and I'm gonna hold on to it, and that's it. Yeah. Nah. Because that way, like you don't experience the abundance of life, right? By listening, like bullshit a belief that was it. So let's just say this. The belief that bullshit is something that is true, and I believe something that's a little bit different. But now the great thing is that by Bo sharing his belief with me, it now opens my mind up to the reality of like, hey, other people think differently from you, Mike. This is great. What can I learn from Bo's? What can I understand from Bo's? What can I understand from his difference of belief with mine? Like, what can I learn from him that can help me improve my life? That's how I think, and that's what's allowed. Just from my experience, that's what's allowed me to just be able to have very nourishing relationships with different people that have different beliefs from different walks of life, right? Like I have friends that are just a full spectrum of gender, color, preferences, backgrounds, religious beliefs. Like I have friends that are Christian, some are Muslims, some are Buddhists, some are atheists, right? Like some worship things that people say, hey, you shouldn't worship that. But because these people have different beliefs, it allows me to expand my awareness of what's possible in this reality, and it makes my life experience better. So I'm all about different beliefs, and I respect everyone's beliefs, and I understand that, look, just because a person believes a certain thing doesn't mean that you have to allow their belief to influence you. So as I was mentioning with this guru who said, hey, if you don't have paid ads, and you're not doing paid ads, you don't have a business. And I share this with you to say that when people say certain things like that, like, hey, if you're not doing high ticket, you don't have a business. Or, hey, if you're not selling, you're not going to be successful. That's not true. You can have a job and be successful. you can actually have a job and have more stability than you have when creating a business. Okay. And it can be actually safer for you. So I don't like to force any beliefs on anybody, but I like to share what works, what's proven. And everything I'm sharing with you right here works, has been proven to work for us. Okay. Bose, absolutely use influencers. Sounds great, even with your back turned. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I wanted to make sure, you know, the sound is coming in good quality today. Bose, thank you. Thank you for your sharing. And participation. Participation. There is a lot to learn from you. Because I believe you can learn from everybody. Seriously, I believe you can truly learn from everybody. Real talk, you know, if a person's sitting on the side, like homeless on the side of the road, you can learn. There's something you can learn from them. The person who's at the highest level at the, you know, Harvard Business School, and everybody is, they're the dean of the business school. There's a lot you can learn from that person too. So I believe that there's something you can learn from every individual you encounter in life. So but that's just me though. Yes, sir. You know it. You know it, Mandela. You know it. Mm-hmm. So it's just important to just, you know, keep an open mind, keep an open heart with everyone you encounter and meet in life, because the reality is like there's always something to learn from every person. So I look at it as in life, you either win or you learn. I don't believe that, you know, you lose. I believe you learn a lesson to help you prepare to win better. Okay. But again, that's just me. Everybody's got different beliefs. This is what I believe that's helped me continuously, you know, to be able to make progress in my life. And I'm nobody special, man. I'm nobody special, but I've been able to do some things thanks to the knowledge I'm sharing with you today. Okay. So just getting back to it, right? Influencers are a great way. So what we did is we actually went out there and we contacted different bloggers, you know, different YouTube video makers, Instagram video makers, and even people that were offline. They do offline events and they have conferences, right? Or people that have magazines, right? We tapped into the network that they already created. Now think about that. We said, hey, you got a network of 50,000 people that read your blog. Would you be open to promoting our beverage product, writing one blog post, or us sending you a blog post to share with your people, and it will benefit your audience? It will benefit your people. Would you be open to that? You would? Okay, great. Here's the article. Sometimes we would get it done for free, where they would share to their audience of 50,000 people or 10,000 people or, you know, 5,000 people or even 1,000 people for free. And sometimes we had to pay a little fee, but that little fee was small in return, in exchange for the benefit we receive from branding, right? And getting our product out there in front of more people around the world without having to take on heavy paid advertising costs and expenses in the beginning. Now, even with my online business, right? So because, you know, I didn't like, okay, so we built this offline company, you know, the business did over 6 figures, but here I am, I got my online business where we're doing multiple 5 figures. I want to grow it. I want to expand it. What do I do? Well, I said, okay, let me follow the same things that we've done with our Banana Wave business. And oh, right on. Please send me the article to share with my audience. Yes, sir. So I will. I mean, it just depends on what you know, what type of article you're referring to. But I definitely will tune in with you, Mandela, and we will communicate about that. But essentially, with my online business, I said, okay, you know what? There's influencers out there that have audiences right now. They have email lists, they have Facebook groups. Let me tap into these people and do this. And following this strategy, you know, I've been able to, you know, I've been a part of launches, right? Product launches where we launch a product to this audience, and some have done 12K, right? Well, one like my first one did 12K, and then I would say the most recent one that was really successful with some partners online. That one did multiple 5 figures. Like I'm not gonna get into the specifics, but let's just say the number was over 50K, right? As far as sales that we did from that promotion to their audience of hundreds of people, right? Well, actually thousands of people. They had a really large audience, and that translated into a significant, you know, a significant surge of income. Let me just say that. So influencers are a great strategy, but the reality is that influencers, in order to do it right, you got to continuously reach out to influencers. You have to line up and schedule multiple promotions So you got to really set up events. The thing about it is that the reality, like it's not as predictable, as consistent as if you're running paid advertising traffic, right? So I share this with you because this is super effective. We've done this with our Banana Wave business. It's produced over 7 figures. We've done this in our online business. It's produced multiple 5 figures. I'm telling you this because it works, okay? The next, another effective strategy for marketing, and it's kind of out of the box, but you probably may say, oh, I can see how that can make sense. I'm gonna share this with you right now, okay? It is Facebook. So it is getting people, so groups. Facebook groups. All right, so let me just do that right there. Boom. So another great tool for marketing. And all right, so let me tune in. Let me just tune into the comments here. Yes, sir. I'll tune in with you after this. Thank you, Rolando. All right. And just understand, right? Like with influencers, especially when you're talking about an online product, you don't get to keep 100% of the profits. You will have to split the profits, whether that's a 80-20, 70-30, 60-40, 50-50. You have to split the profits because they want something too. They're not going to just promote something for free with nothing in return. The influencers want something. So make sure that when you approach influencers to do deals with them, you have a proposition that will benefit them financially as well. In regards to groups, so groups, I've been monetizing groups online since 2013. It's kind of, wow, it's crazy to think about. And we're here now. But yeah, I've been monetizing groups since 2013. This is the skill set that I didn't really realize was something that was in demand until like people started saying, hey, can you teach me how to grow a group? Can you teach me how to create a group? Can you teach me how to monetize a group? And still to this day, like I haven't created all there is, right, in regards to monetizing groups. But that is going to be changing real soon. You'll be able to see some training coming up soon about monetizing groups, just because we're like this, the High Ticket Society. This is the group that actually produces income for myself. This is a group that produces income for others because other people do deals inside of this group. Other people sell their products inside of this group, and they make money from this group too. So like this is a group that's like I'm able to monetize this group. Other people are able to come in and monetize this group through relationships, interviews, podcasts, joint venture deals. They get clients. And for those of you who are here fishing for clients, and that's like your primary thing that you're looking for, don't do that, because then you'll be removed from this group. Like that's not what this is for. But what I will say is that there are days where you can promote your offers and your products and your services. On those days, it's totally fine. Promote yourself. But if you're constantly just putting stuff in this group like that, you will be removed and banned from this group for life. And it's okay, life goes on, right? But I'm just letting you know, that's how we get down here. But the truth is that this group has been able to help a lot of people, okay? There's been a lot of money exchanged in this group. And so I've been a part of other groups. I have my own multiple groups for different customers and different people. And I can truthfully say that groups have been one of the best ways to convert sales, and one of the least resistant type of selling tools that I've used. Like I've experienced very, very minimal resistance when it comes to enrolling customers, or when I'm doing my sales calls with people that come from my group, like or my groups. There's like very minimal resistance, because it's like, hey, I've been in your group, I see what you're about, I've been following you, I've been checking you out, and you know what? Let's do it. Like, here, just take the money. Come on, let's start. Like, I see what you can do. Let's go. So the great thing about groups, and a lot of people are like, oh, groups are a waste of time. Don't do groups. Groups allow you to turn a cold visitor into a warm visitor, right? So usually in the marketing and sales process online, it goes like this, right? You got a product, you got a funnel, you put it out there, you say, hey, everybody come download my free thing so you can buy my product. People will come download that free thing and they'll go to the next step. But when it came to the first page, they were a cold lead or a cold visitor. They didn't know you from a can of paint, right? But when you get them into a Facebook group like you're in right now, you're able to see me, hang out with me, talk with me, interact, engage, right? You're able to engage with other people, be a part of a community, feel that experience, like, oh, this feels great. You're able to do these things, right? And in essence, you now are no longer cold. You don't know who I am. You don't know who this guy is from a can of paint. You now have been able to get to know me a little bit better. You now have been able to learn about who I am. You've been able to engage with other people in the community. You've seen testimonials from others. You've seen success stories from others, right? Here inside of the community. And now you've gone from being a cold visitor and cold lead to a warm lead, right? And the final step is a hot lead or a hot prospect. And this is somebody that's already proven to pay you, somebody who's already worked with you as a customer, a buyer, etc. Right? So because we got three different stages of a lead or a prospect, groups and creating your own community. It can be a community, a forum, a group. It doesn't it's not super important where it's at, but what's important is that it is done. So just bear with me. We got quite a few people here watching live, but my laptop, my laptop is about to it's about to croak. It's about to die here. So I'm just going to plug up my charger. So just bear with me one moment here. I'm going to plug up my charger so that way we can keep the show going, baby. We can keep the show on the road. We can keep the show on the road. Yes. All right. Okay, again, thank you for your patience. I appreciate you for bearing with me as we just make sure that's plugged up. Yeah, I don't like to always have the laptop plugged up because it can burn out the battery. I know that Macs are like smart devices, but I don't know. To me, I like to just let the power go all the way down and then charge it all the way back up versus like keeping it in all day. I used to do that before, and my laptops died and burnt out and stopped working. So what time is it here? So here is 10:03 a.m. So it's actually morning time here, but I know that a lot of people are off work. I think over there it's 10 at night. 10 at night. A lot of people off work, so this is a good time to deliver this training. It's 10 in the a.m. All right. Groups are amazing. And let me just say this because I can sit here and talk about Facebook groups all day, and this is something that I didn't really know that I got good at. But yeah, I've been producing from my Facebook group. But the great thing about my Facebook, just not mine, but a Facebook group and groups in general, online communities in general, is more important than monetizing them. You get the connection. You get to come in and talk about the thing you're interested in with people that are interested in the same thing. So it's like you get a yes. It's my pleasure to come and share my time with you and everyone in our community. But the great thing is you get to connect with people and really build relationships, and you get to establish yourself as an authority because you're the leader of your community, right? And people will see you as a leader. So what will happen? You'll get opportunities for podcasts, interviews, media, partnerships, promotions. You'll be able to have people reaching out to you to work with you and learn more from you. You'll be able to do maybe you'll do strategic partnerships where you partner with multiple people in the group. You'll be able to bring on multiple experts, and there's so many benefits from groups. If you don't have one, you should create one. If you don't know how to create one, stick with me. I'll teach you how to monetize it, teach you how to grow it, because that's something I'll be releasing soon. Because I've actually been having people reach out and ask certain questions like, hey, how do I grow a group and monetize my group? Or people have asked me, hey, how do I take my product and get it in the stores, right? These are things I have not created because I just haven't wanted to. I've just been enjoying other things. So now that more people are asking me questions and asking me, hey, how do I monetize groups? How do I sell more products? How do I get more customers? Now I'm starting to get out there more and share more information with people. But the whole point of me telling you this is that marketing becomes a much more simplified process when using groups. Okay. So there's a couple other strategies for marketing. All right. I'm not going to dive into all of them here, but there is. All right, there is YouTube, which is a great one. And of course, we all know the Blue Beasts, Facebook. All right. Facebook ads. And there's even YouTube ads. So these are different strategies you can look into for marketing, different ways you can get stuff out there. YouTube ads, Facebook ads. Again, not going to deep dive into this, okay, because in regards to Facebook ads, so this is something that I actually received certifications for, and I've actually invested thousands of dollars into Facebook advertising. I have produced sales from Facebook ads, but for me, it hasn't been as profitable as some others, and that's just me being transparent with you. Do I know how to run them? Do I know how to get leads from them? Yes. Can I generate sales from Facebook ads? Yes. Have I done it? Yes. However, the reality is that I've just found other strategies to be more effective, such as that of influencers as well as communities. YouTube ads are also a great platform to use as well. I myself haven't dove into YouTube ads, so I'm not going to be here to say, hey, yeah, do YouTube when I haven't done it and I don't do it myself. But what I can say is that I have put videos out there on YouTube. I have gotten clients from YouTube. I have gotten leads from YouTube, just putting out free videos on YouTube and, putting in proper hashtags and keywords so that when people are searching on YouTube for a certain video, my video will pop up, okay? Again, my YouTube follow is not that huge. It's not that major, but it produces, okay? And that's what's important. So these are a couple of different avenues for actually generating some marketing, right? Getting some attention to your products and services. So for those of you who are watching live, let me know, is this information valuable? Like, are you getting something from this? Are you getting some value from this that you feel like you can really take and you can really use in your real life? AM, yes, sir. AM. So AM is like 10 a.m. Rolando, when I said AM, I meant 10 a.m. So, Rolando, when I say A.M, I mean 10 in the early day. Hey, thank you for confirming. You've been receiving value. Mandela said, over deliver. Can you dig it? You ever seen the movie The Warriors? That's where that came from. That was a good one. All right. So just going back here to it, right? Now that we've kind of outlined this process, we've talked about some marketing strategies. I can go for days on marketing because like this is one of my obsessions. Like I am absolutely obsessed with marketing, reading articles, listening to different podcasts. I go on YouTube and I'm watching people's videos. I have products that I purchased. I still to this day invest in myself, and I'm obsessed with marketing. Even though I know how to market, I still go through different courses and information about content I already know about. Like when Facebook groups, I listen to it's just amazing. Like I am just oh man, presentation stimulated mind to go to work. Yeah, man, Bose, that's what I'm talking about, Bose. Yeah, man. So Bose is like, yo, you are adding value and this is stimulating his mind to go to work. Bose, thank you for that, man. Thank you. That right there, that encourages me to keep going, knowing that you're receiving real value in real time. So definitely thank you for letting me know. Cold sales suck, man. Cold sales suck, man. And I'm not gonna venture too far off here, but I when I was in middle school, I did door-to-door sales. You know how the kid come home with a little flyer and a pamphlet and you got to sell chocolates and little gold trinkets out of this book. I did that. And I walked around my neighborhood for days and I got 0 sales. And it was a terrible, like I did not like door-to-door sales. And I did that in middle school. So after that experience, I learned, okay, I need to get away from cold sales, door-to-door, knocking on somebody's door. I need to get into a way where I can do warm sales. I want to sell to warm people. I want to sell to hot people, right? Like I want to sell to where the customers are at. So that influenced me to say, hey, if we get a product in the grocery store, who's coming into the grocery store? People that are looking to buy, right? If I create a community or tap into influencers that already have communities, what happens? I get in front of warm prospects. So I either want to get in front of warm prospects or hot prospects, okay? And I think that's why a lot of our success with Banana Wave happens so rapidly, because we focus on getting in front of hot prospects. meaning prospects that are primed to buy. At Whole Foods, those customers have money, right? They're high ticket customers. And Whole Foods has nothing but high ticket products. I mean, comparative to retail, right? Like it's the most expensive. But my point here is that, man, I went door to door asking to wash windows when I was 8. Ooh, I respect it. I truly do, man. Warm cells equals heat and AC. This you funny, man. This guy is funny. Man, Dally funny, man. Man, hey, much respect to that. So let me just get here engaged, man. I love engaging. That's what I want, man. For you to be inspired, to go take action and improve what you're doing. Real talk. Improve what you're doing. Real talk. You see, I believe that there is abundance. But the one industry where I know there's not abundance is on the shelf. There's not an abundance of space on the shelf in the food and beverage industry. So like that it's a very cutthroat industry. I was having a conversation with a shiro of mine. She was telling me like, yo, dude, like, what are you afraid of? And I said, one of the things I'm afraid of is, the reality is that like, if I teach people my secrets of getting their product into stores, I'm afraid that, hey, they're going to get eaten up. Like you got it. Like you got to, it takes a different type of mindset. Yeah. It takes a different type of mindset to be able to really, succeed and break into the retail industry and actually succeed in that industry. It takes a whole different type of mindset because that is a completely different monster. It's much more simple to set up an online business, to create a digital product and have success that way. That's how a lot of my customers have had a lot of success in the past, is following my proven strategies and these proven marketing ideals to be able to create results. But the truth is that shelf space is very limited. Shelf space is very expensive in the retail industry. And also there is a lot of politics that go into whose product is gonna go on the shelf first. And based on if your product is selling or not selling, your product will get removed off the shelf within 6 months very quickly, and they won't take you back again, okay? Unless it's like a couple years later and you prove that you're getting sales in other stores. So I just wanted to I wanted to share that because that was one of my fears, and I realized that look, I've had to recently face that fear for myself of teaching people how to successfully get into retail. That is one of the next places we'll go, and that will add to our platform. But the reality is that it's not for everybody. It's not for the weak. It's not for the faint or the light of heart. But if you are committed, you are serious, and you're willing to do whatever is necessary, you can succeed with getting a physical product out there into retail, okay? And you can absolutely succeed with getting a digital product into the marketplace, growing your group, growing your community, growing your tribe, growing your email list, and selling to your people. Like you can absolutely do that, okay? And that's much easier. Well, let me not say easy because nothing's easy, but it's much more simple than getting a physical product into retail because you have to understand not only retail, but you got to understand product packaging, package marketing. You got to understand the seasons. You got to understand buyer trends. You have to understand competitors. You have to understand, shelf spacing. You have to understand insurance. You got to understand shipping, logistics, warehousing. Product liability. Like there's a lot of things that go into a physical product company. You see what I'm saying? Like a physical product business. So to set people up for success, I've just taken time to just like understand, okay, what is it going to take to do that? And I have put out programs before teaching those strategies, but at the end of the day, that was a fear that I had, and I share that with you for just being transparent and authentic, and it's a fear that I'm now over. So we will be rolling out some programs to teach people how to get products in stores. Stay tuned for that as well. Like there's so much coming, man. It's 2020, it's a new decade, so why not, right? So Rolando, man, look, that's amazing. You are a true hustler at heart. And yes, there is so much into launching a physical product, from idea to shelf, from idea to sales. There's so much. Mandela. I like your sense of humor, man. You funny. All right. I like your sense of humor. Hey, we got a lot of people tuning in live. For those of you who are here watching live, please, and you haven't been engaging, please drop a comment below. Because like your energy helps me, it feeds into me, so I can give you more, right? Because that's what I want to do. I want to give you my absolute best. I want to give you as much information as I can about sales and marketing. I know that we've primarily been covering marketing. We've covered some principles. I even talked about some books and different things like that. But we are going to get into sales, and because we're here talking about high ticket sales, obviously, you know that I have experience with physical retail products, online digital products, online coaching and consulting. You know that I have these, this dynamic experience, as well as I'm also a professional athlete, like with, and I still get like offers and contracts and opportunities to play in tournaments and leagues still today in Asia. So I'm still a professional athlete. I'm not sure, maybe watching this a couple years later and I'm not a professional athlete no more, but I just share this because, yeah, I have some dynamic experiences and knowledge to teach from. But one of the things that I know really, really well is sales, because I made my first sale when I was 5 years old. There was no food in the house and my mom was at work. She was working at the hospital. I grew up single mom, teenage mom in the ghetto in the hood in Miami. And she was at work. There was no food in the fridge. There was, in the cupboard, there was a bag of rice and some cans, but I couldn't open them. I was 5 years old. I didn't know how to eat. I didn't know how to cook. Well, I knew how to eat, but I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to cook rice. I didn't know how to cook beans or cans or whatever. I know how to cook beans, beans, greens, potatoes, lambs, wham, you name it. I didn't know how to cook none of that, right? But I said to myself, I need food. Food costs money. In order to get money, I need to give somebody something and then take their money. So what's valuable enough to take someone's money with? Oh, these toys. Maybe if I sell some of my toys, I can use that money to go buy food. I take those toys, I put them in a bag. I go out into the project apartment complex where I grew up at in South Miami, in the ghetto, in the hood. And I went to every kid on the block. They all said no until the last kid on the block bought my toy for $1. And I went to the corner store. I bought a bag of chips, a Star Crunch. It was like a chocolate Star Crunch. It was a snack back in the day. Bag of chips, Star Crunch, honey bun, and a quarter juice. I bought all of that for $1. And that was my first sale. And that was my first meal of my life that I earned at 5 years old. And ever since then, I've been selling. Like I would climb trees, pick the fruit off of the trees, and go sell that on the side of the road. With my mom, my little brother, we would do that to go and actually sell school clothes, to sell mangoes on the side of the road, to buy school clothes for my little brother and myself. So like when I tell you we were poor, like we had to figure it out. And I've always been an entrepreneur. That was at age 11. Like I've always been focused on finding a way for myself, because there was nothing. So I share that with you because I've been selling my entire life, okay? And now what I want to teach you is a simple process to sell high ticket products over the phone. Why? Because I've learned that if you can sell a high ticket product, if you can offer and sell your knowledge, your information, your expertise, your skill set at a high ticket level, or if you can sell somebody else's products at a high ticket level, or if you can offer a service at a high ticket level, then you can close the gap from where you are to where you want to be much quicker, because you're doing it in larger chunks. I mean, think about it. If you got 5 people coming in and paying you $3,000 a month, right? That's $15,000. I'm pretty sure that can pay some bills. So let's dive into the actual sales process involved in selling a high ticket product, okay? And just before we do, again, we got people here live. Some people, like I'm seeing more people joining in than our comments. And so if you're here tuning in and you haven't commented yet, please just comment, please share, so that way I can give you a shout out and we can keep the energy exchange going and flowing continuously between us, okay? So let's get into sales, high ticket selling over the phone. So one of the best ways that I've learned to sell high ticket is to provide people with enough information up front that solves their problem, that positions you as an expert, and that lets them know, look, you got a problem, you need a solution, I'm the one to solve it for you, right? Doing that in that way gets people to come on the phone or come to the consultation or to show up, right, to that talk with you, and they're ready to make a buying decision because they've seen the video, they've seen the content you shared before, they've already gotten part of the solution, they already know what to do to solve their problem. They just want the help, the guidance on how to do it, or they want you to do it for them, right? Usually that's how it works when you get on those phone calls and consultations. People want to know how to do it, or like what are the next steps to work with you to learn how to do it, or to get your help to do it, or how can you do it for me, right? Or maybe how can I be in person with you, or how can we work together for the year to do it to help me solve it, whatever it is. So usually it starts right here with some form of a game day session, a training session, right? So most people call this a webinar, but I call it a master session. Okay. Then the next step in this process is getting people to actually fill out an application form and schedule a time to speak with you on a consultation, right? So this is so let's say this is a form right here. Right? Where they actually fill out this form and then they go to the next step, which is they actually go to schedule the time on your calendar, right? So let's say it's something like this, right? Boom. And then they choose this date right here. I spelled that right. Apply. Yeah, all right, let me just make sure that we got this here. Okay, then the next step is you want to actually get on the phone with these people. Right? So this is where you get on the phone with people and you actually go through a consultation. I'm gonna walk you through this right now, and I'm gonna teach you actually some of the things that we include in our script that we teach our clients, and I'm gonna teach it to you so you can use this right now. Like you can walk away with real value for today and be able to apply this. And then the final step after you get off the phone with them is you actually sell them. Right? You sell them on whatever the service is. You know, you go out there and you get the bag. Right? You get the bag. You get the bag. So again, this is the process, okay, of how you actually sell high ticket over the phone. Now, a lot of times, sometimes you can bypass and skip this process by using messaging, right? Maybe using a group, maybe using LinkedIn. Using LinkedIn messaging, you don't necessarily need to use a master session. You can literally have people go from a message on LinkedIn to scheduling a call, and then getting on the call and then selling them on the call. Or maybe, you know, doing a second call or a third call and then selling them on that second or third call. If you're using LinkedIn, very simple process to do. I've used LinkedIn strategically to do that, as well as to create partnerships and promotions with different organizations and people, individuals, okay? Literally message, like, so if you're on LinkedIn, you can literally go from, you can go from messaging. So let's say messaging, right? To here. If you're on LinkedIn, LinkedIn's a different animal, different beast. We also use LinkedIn for marketing as well, and it works. But it's more for like business audiences and people want to do business deals. Literally sending out messages and getting people to book a time on your calendar is the way you would do it with LinkedIn. But the standard process that we're using, you know, whether you're using ads, whether you're using paid marketing, organic marketing, you're doing live stream with live videos, okay? Similar like you're seeing now, for those of you watching live, those of you watching the replay, you don't get the benefit of the live, but it's all good still. Like with whatever you're using up here, this is the process where you want to send each lead through in order to get to this point, okay? So a lot of people kind of get this process and it's relatively simple, but let me talk to you about the sales conversation and how to actually do the sales conversation the right way. I'm going to talk to you about this, but I just want to get a check-in. Let's check in real quick to see who's here and to see if this is resonating, see if this is still of value to you. Just let me know. Those of you who are watching live, thank you for watching live, but just drop a comment below so that way I can know that this is a benefit still, just drop a comment below and let me know if this is a benefit to you still. So that way we can dive into the sales conversation so you can understand how to actually go about selling, okay? And I'm going to talk to you about something else as well as it relates to sales with digital products, because a lot of people think, oh, Mike, I don't know how to sell. Mike, I don't know how to write copy. Mike, I'm not good at grammar. Mike, I'm terrible at writing. How am I going to sell on the internet? I got you covered, baby. I got you covered. Just hang tight. Your brother Mike, aka Papa Mike, got you covered. I got you. I'm gonna look out for you. I am, because you're part of my community. Being a part of my community means you believe something. Oh no, phone dying. Oh no, Mandela, man, plug the phone up. Plug the charger in, please, man. Keep the phone alive, man. Because I think this right here, talking about sales calls and conversations, this will help you. I have gone out and I have asked people for $1 million. Okay, so after this, I'm gonna, it might be next week, but I'm gonna post my video of our elevator pitch for Banana Wave, where I asked for $1 million. I asked for $1.3 million on camera. I asked for $1.3 million in a room full of millionaires and billionaires. And I went for months on months, pitching our Banana Wave business idea to different investors, saying we need $1.3 million. 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 Guess what happened? So far, we raised over $2 million. It wasn't all me. We had a team, right? But by putting it out there, the sale happened. So I'm gonna talk to you about sales. Okay, I know a thing or two about sales. And I've sold thousands of dollars of product on the internet, and I've easily sold over, like, I can't tell you how many thousands of people I've sold face to face in a banana suit, or like at a grocery store, or at a Whole Foods, or at a Walmart, or at a conference, or an event, or at a trade show. I've sold thousands of people, okay, on physical products and digital products. I know a thing or two about sales, and I'm gonna teach that to you right now. Bose, thank you for the excellent presentation. You are welcome, man. It really is my pleasure. Like for real, like, and you doing this like gives me more energy to give more to you. See, I was gonna stop a long time ago. I was gonna stop at the hour mark, but it's like, because you're giving me energy, it makes me want to keep going. It makes me want to give you more, and the more, yes sir, your energy is valuable to this conversation. Your energy is valuable to this conversation. Mandela, man, charge your phone. Man, charge your phone, please. Please. I think you'll want to hear this about sales, about the sales conversation. Yes, sir. I think you'll want to hear this about a sales conversation. All right, sales conversation. So sales tips and being able to all right. Engagement, feedback. So I so love this, like, for real. Like, okay, so because remember, this is an energy exchange. So maybe you think I can't, like, well, I can't see you on the other side of the screen, but I can feel your energy. Okay, and the energy is giving me more energy to give back to you. So remember, there's a circulation of energy happening, and that's all money is. Money is a circulation of energy. It's currency. It's a current, right? Like a wave current, right? So that exchange of energy that we're doing right now is going to allow you to have more energy, more knowledge, more information, to go out there, more empowerment, to go into the marketplace and sell more, do more, achieve more, whatever that is for you. Okay. And because I believe in abundance, I believe there's an abundance of this energy that we can draw from, like this universal energy we can draw from God, source, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, whatever your respective belief is. I respect everybody's beliefs. We can draw from that source, and we can receive that unlimited energy, okay? And we can distribute it however we see fit. I choose to come into my community and to people like yourself and distribute this energy to help others, okay? Because I know by helping others, I help myself, because we're all one at the end of the day. Keep that in mind. Getting here to the sales conversation and the topic of sales and selling over the phone. So the first thing to understand is that you gotta have a phone. Like, you need a phone. You need some phone to call people and talk to people on the phone with. These people that apply to work with you, in their mind, as they're filling out this application, they're thinking to themselves, why do I want to work with this person? Oh yeah, I got this problem, man. If I don't solve this problem, man, my life is gonna get worse. Let me do what I got to do to solve this problem. Okay, Tahuti, boom, there you go. Thoth, Tahuti, Simba Trismegistus, Hermes Trismegistus, all of that good stuff, man. But Tahuti is the original, absolutely, from Kemet. We won't dive into that. It's another conversation for another day. But when a person has to apply to work with you, this begins to position you as the expert. Why? Because they're saying to themselves, I want to work with this expert. Let me give them my information. Let me tell them why I qualify to work with them. Because if not, I don't know how I'll solve this problem. Like, that's part of what's going on subconsciously in the mind of the person who's filling out an application, right? Think about, if you've ever applied to go to college, you applied to these different colleges, you filled out their application, and you were like, man, I really want to go to this college. I'll do anything to get in this college, right? For those of you who did that. It's the same thing with when you're online and when you're offering your solutions to prospects, right? They're saying to themselves, man, I want this solution. I need to solve my problem. I'll do anything to solve my problem, even work with this expert right here, okay? So this is important to understand. An application form positions you as an expert. Sending people to a calendar to schedule a time to speak with you is a great way. And then the sales conversation. So there's two ways to go about it when it comes to the sales conversation. You can do a one-call approach where you get on the phone right away and close on the first call. That's normally the way I do it because it's effective and it works. The other way to go about it is you can do a two-call approach. So where the first call is like an introduction call and it kind of warms them up to you, to who you are. Or maybe you have a sales team and one salesperson is warming them up to who you are. And then after that warm-up call, it's more, they can, the salesperson can see whether or not they're qualified to take the next call, which is a call with you or a call with the next salesperson, sales representative on your team or whatever. And then on that second call, that's where you get on the phone and you close them on that second call, okay? But, rather than but, let me say okay, James, thanks for tuning in, James. Thanks for tuning in with us here at this time and this point inside of this today's training session. But essentially, those are two ways to go about it, and you have to decide what makes the most sense for you. I'm going to talk to you right now about the one call close approach because that's what I use. It works, and I'll say that we close anywhere from about 20% to as much as 25, sometimes 30%. Really depending on, the way the prospect came. When it comes to our Facebook groups and people that come from our online communities, most of the time I'm closing anywhere from about 80 to 90%. Like those close rates are much, much higher than those that come from cold traffic or traffic from other places. Okay. Yeah, checking it out. I see you. So if we're talking about phone call conversation, right? There's a couple steps in the process, right? So the first thing you do when you get on the phone, you just, hello, hi, is this Bob? Hey, Bob. Oh, okay. Hey, Bob, how's it going, Bob? Listen, Bob, this is Michael from High Ticket Freedom. How's it going today? Excellent, Bob. Listen, Bob, I saw that you submitted, and then obviously you want to spend some, allow Bob to talk. You don't want to just zoom through it, right? But as you're on the phone with Bob, let Bob tell you how his day's going, how he's doing, whatever. You can engage. Yeah, Bob, I'm doing good as well. Things good here at the office. Work's going well. But listen, Bob, look, the reason I called you today, Bob, because I saw that you submitted an application and I wanted to have a conversation with you today about your interest in taking your blank, blank, blank to the next level. Bob, do you recall this information? Bob, oh, yeah, I remember sending the application. Yeah, I'm so excited here today. Okay, great, Bob. And then after you go through the introduction and you confirm that Bob wanted this, you confirm that Bob wanted to be here, you start the conversation off with a yes. Why? Because you say, hi, is this Bob? Think about that. Hi, is this Bob? Even though it's Bob, you call him Bob. Hi, is this Bob? Bob will say yes. And look, for those of you who are watching this video and you're like, when I get on the phone with Mike to work with Mike, I'm not going to fall into his stuff like that. Look, you ain't got to worry. You don't have to worry about that, okay? Because The reality is the process is the same. You going through the process will educate you on how the process works so you can replicate the process for yourself, duplicate the process for yourself, and get success and results from the process for yourself. And remember, I'm authentic, so I'm gonna come at you and just be real on any call I have with anybody, okay? But that's what you do. You start off with getting an initial yes. Hey, this is Bob. Yes, this is Bob. How may I help you? Hey, Bob, Michael Baptiste, My Ticket Freedom. Saw that you submitted an application. Do you recall? Yes, I do recall. Okay, great, Bob. Awesome. So, Bob, look, look, Bob, I want to make the best use of our time here today. So, if it's okay with you, we can jump in and get started if you want. Bob said, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. So you see what I'm doing, right? Like I'm strategically taking Bob through a process of yes, 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 yes. So subconsciously, the mind is responding yes, 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 and it's lowering the resistance. Okay. Yes, sir. Psychologically, yes. So Rolando says psychologically, you're softening them up. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So then after you go through this process of, so Bob, if it's okay, we can jump in and get started if you want. Bob's gonna say, yes, let's do it. Then you want to actually start digging. You want to dig. And this is what I call the dig. This is where you dig into the emotions, the backstory, the situation. You dig into the heart, the mind. You dig into the frustrations. You dig into the challenges. You dig into the setbacks. You dig into the hell that Bob's experiencing. Excuse my language. I do my best to avoid any profanity, but or at least profanity in my marketing and whatnot. But you dig into that pain on you dig into the hell. You dig into the hell on earth that Bob's experiencing, right? Because that hell on earth is going to be the motivation for Bob to want to escape it. Human beings are motivated by many different things, but I found that two of the basic human motivation factors are to move away from pain and to move closer to pleasure, right? So Bob wants one of two things in most cases, or he wants both, or he wants more things, right? More motivations. But essentially, he wants to move away from the pain of the hell he's experiencing. Maybe Bob is out of shape and he's overweight and he wants to lose weight and you're a health coach that can help him do that, right? Maybe Bob doesn't have any dates. He's lonely. He's trying to find a girlfriend, but he doesn't know how to do it. And he needs help in your relationship coach, right? He wants to get away from that hell on earth. Maybe Bob is somebody who has money in the bank. He wants to get better at investing. And, Bose has a great software. Bose is, very skilled when it comes to trading and helping people with investments and things like that. So Bose comes in and says, hey, look, Bob, Bob, you want this, you want to get away from the pain of not knowing where to invest your money? Boom. I got this, I got this program, this platform, for investing. And boom, Bose, your expertise in finances can help Bob move away from that pain, right? So that's the first step is like, what is the pain? You got to find out that pain, because if a person's not experiencing pain, they're not experiencing uncomfortness, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to move. They're not going to do nothing. Think about it. If you're sitting down and you're laying in a hammock and your life is comfortable, life is good, you're not going to move. You're not going to do anything. But if you're laying in the hammock and there's spikes and there's, it's poking you and there's poison ivy leaf on it and it's starting to make you itch, you're going to get off that hammock and you're not going to relax anymore because now you're experiencing pain. I told you my story when I was 5 years old and I sold a toy at 5 years old, right? I'm not 5 anymore. I'm a grown man. I'm an adult. But that pain forced me to want to become an entrepreneur later in life. When I was in college and I knew basketball wasn't going to be the way for me, that pain of not having basketball forced me to go find another route. And I found digital marketing. And that pain led me to create two companies, one online, one offline, that are selling products around the world. When I realized that it was painful to sit in front of a computer for 18 hours a day, create a product, write the sales page, do the email, build the website, design the logo, design the product, write the product, create the members area, create the marketing, create the email follow-up, write the JV page, write the JV email graph. All of this was painful. I built a skill set of going from literally idea to selling an online internet product within 72 hours. And to this day, I still have that skill set. I can come up with an idea and monetize that idea within a week. I still can do that today. Okay. But the truth is that it was so painful that, hey, this is how I make my money online, 18 hours a day to create a product. No. I mean, but me, like I'm obsessive. So like when I was like, ooh, I made one product. Ooh, let me make a second. Remember the moving parade I talked about? When I found out I can, if I'm in the parade and I'm producing right here, as you can see, a producer. If I produce more products and more products and more products and more products, I can make more money. Oh, this is amazing. But nobody told me that if you create one product and you sell one product every day, then you don't need to create more products. And that pain of having to create new products and new products and new products and new products, that pain forced me to move away from creating a lot of products. And it forced me to find out, how can I create one product that will win? And that one product is high ticket freedom. And that's why I believe in high ticket freedom, because it helps me win. It helps so many people win. Like a lot of people have won across the world with high ticket freedom, as long as they persisted through the difficulty and through the pain that comes in the process. Okay. And that's the thing I share. If you can persist through the pain, you can win. So getting back to the sales conversation here, understanding the pain that Bob is experiencing is going to help you better sell Bob. It's going to help you better understand Bob. It's going to help you better move Bob to the pleasure that Bob wants. Okay. Because people will do more to escape pain than they will do to achieve pleasure. Think about it, right? Like if you have a toothache, you're going to do whatever it takes to get to the dentist and solve this toothache. You see what I'm saying? Because it's pain. Versus if you got an ice cream and it's like, hey, lick the ice cream and that's it. You just get the ice cream and that's it. Like that pleasure is not going to really motivate you versus getting this tooth problem solved by going to the dentist. You see what I'm saying? So understand the pain is that Bob's going through by digging into that pain. Then once you dig into that pain, then you want to allow Bob to recreate a new future. You want to allow Bob to take it like a fishing rod and how you cast the line out into the water. You want to allow Bob to cast a new vision out into the future, a pleasurable future, right? So ask Bob, what do you want? What do you want to experience? How do you want your life to be? What do you want your weight to be? How do you want your investments to go? Right? Or how do you want your kid to behave? How do you want your spouse to respond to you? Right? Like whatever your solution is, you got to start asking Bob, hey, Bob, look, I'm a relationship coach, Bob. You don't have to say this, but you're a relationship coach. So Bob, what do you want your relationship to look like? Okay, how would it feel if you came home and your wife was excited every time she saw you? Okay, Bob, what do you think about da-da-da-da-da? And basically get Bob to move closer to that. What is that heaven on earth, right? So now we're creating polarity in Bob's mind, where Bob knows the problem he's experiencing. He knows that this is hell, and he now sees that this is heaven. So if Bob's here in hell on earth, and Bob wants to get here to heaven on earth, we need to understand these things, because this will help us to help Bob. You see what I'm saying? Once you go through this, right? So we went through the intro. We went through, getting the yeses and confirming the yeses. We now started to dig, right? We started to dig into what is that hell on earth for Bob. And then we began to create and allow Bob to create that new future for himself, that heaven on earth, right? And then we want to go back and we want to go through that process again. But shorter this time, shorter. So hell, heaven, small hell, small heaven. And then we move into, okay, Bob, so we made it clear. This is your hell on earth. We made it clear. This is your heaven on earth that you want to create. Well, Bob, at this point, would you like for me to share with you how I can help you, or some ideas on how I might be able to help you? And what is Bob going to say? Yes. Very, very unlikely that Bob will say no at this point. When Bob says yes, that is when you move on to the next step of presenting your offer, telling Bob what you're selling. Tell him, hey, Bob, look, you get this, you get that, you get that, you get a red one, you get a blue one, you get a green one, a small one, a big one, an orange one, da 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 da. Whatever you like, I don't know what you're selling. You do, right? And if you're not selling anything, that's fine. You can reach out to work with me, and I help you create something to sell, or I help you find an actual service to sell, or I find somebody as affiliate product to sell, so you can start making some high ticket income. Okay, but whatever it is, you tell Bob what you're selling, and then at the end of that, that's when you say, okay, Bob, do you see how this can work for you? Do you see what this can do for you? Do you see yourself being able to make this work for you? Okay, and Bob will say yes, yes, yes. Or and you don't have to say exactly what I just said. I say different things on our sales calls. But because I know there's you can have one sentence, but you can recreate that sentence about 4 different times. So you have a variation of the same thing that means the same thing, but you just use different words to say the same thing, right? Because I believe that no 2 sales calls should be the same. Even though you follow a script, you still want to be able to have that flexibility to just use particular wording with that same script that you follow, right? From that point, once Bob confirms the value, confirms that he sees that he can get to heaven on earth with whatever you're offering, that's when you go for the close and you tell Bob what the price is, and then you just keep it closed. You don't keep talking, hey Bob, yeah, so the price is 5,000, and then you get started, you get rather. No. So Bob, like, you heard everything we got to offer, and if you want to getting started right now here today, the cost is only $5K. Stay silent, allow Bob to respond, allow the prospect to respond, because whoever responds first at that moment, the other person has the power. So the prospect responds first to you in that moment, boom, you're the one with the power. But truthfully, right, like if you are in a situation where so the funny thing is that, like, I teach this type of information, and I do sales calls. I sell different things like courses, consulting. I've even sold other people's courses. I've even sold other people's coaching. And recently, I worked with the guy last year where we helped him. I think, combined between myself and two other people we came on board with, I think we probably helped him close closer to like $20K, $20,000 in sales, maybe a little bit more. Collectively, not just me myself, but just like those of us who are working with them with my small team. And it doesn't matter what you're selling, right? It doesn't matter what you're, and just so you know, like, these were like some 19-year-olds that I taught how to sell, and they went out and sold several thousands of dollars worth of high ticket products online. So, like, the principle is, like, sales is sales. It doesn't change. And you may get on the phone with me and talk to me and be like, okay, Mike, I heard your training. Are you going to use your sales magic on me? I'm not going to use sales magic, but I'm just going to use the sales skills that I've developed and that I've practiced after doing hundreds and hundreds of sales calls over the many years. And after selling thousands of people face to face over many years, I'm just going to use my skills. I'm not here to do any type of magic tricks, because I don't believe in that. Right. I believe that, the thing they call magic is just the control, the organized and directed control of energy. Right. That's all magic. Like, they say magic. No, it's just really directing your energy to a specific thing. So anyway, just to get back to it here. For me personally, like I just believe in providing real value and developing skills and using those skills in the real world. And that's what I do. So that is, that is what you do. You present the price, you allow them to respond. And then once they respond, you say, okay, great, Bob, let's get you signed up right now. Would that be Visa or MasterCard? You go straight for the close. And then from that point, you have them either wire the money to you through your bank account, through Zelle, maybe using Wave apps or PayPal or whatever merchant provider you're using. Have them send you the money. Make sure that you get a signed contract as well. So that way, there's an agreement in place for the work relationship. And then from that point, you send them the information, you send them the membership login website, like whatever it is. And then boom, just like that, you've now completed the sale. You've now sold a high ticket product. And then you deliver their solution to whatever the solution is, you deliver to them. And then while you're there on the phone call with them, as you close them, you tell them what the next steps are. You inform them of what the next steps are. You confirm that they've received login details or a receipt email or like whatever you're selling them, right? You confirm that. And then from there, that is it. You end the call. You tell them what the next steps are, whether that's, hey, we started our first coaching call on Tuesday. Hey, we're gonna launch the course in 2 weeks. So be on standby. You're gonna be the first student in our class. Blah, 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 blah. The whole point is that you want to be able to confirm that you received the payment. You want to be able to confirm that the agreement has been taken care of. And you want to be able to confirm that they receive whatever tangibles or deliverables that they're going to be receiving once they have completed the purchase. Okay. And that's how this process works in regards to sales, selling your product and whatnot. Now, if you're not good at sales and you don't know how to do sales, you don't know how to write sales copy, you don't know how to do sales calls, there's two things you can do. Okay. And that is hire a copywriter, or a closer. Hire a copywriter to write your sales pages, to write your emails, so that way they can take care of that for you, or hire a closer to actually get on the phone and close deals for you. Now, me, myself, I am a copywriter, and me, myself, I am a closer. Can you hire me? Possibly. Okay, for certain services, possibly. But the reality is that there's a lot of people in our community that you can reach out to. And if you want, you can reach out to me because I have a vast network of copywriters and closers that I'm happy to connect you with so that way you can get what you need, the solutions, right? But the reality is that like, there's a whole lot to marketing and sales that I'm not able to really cover here today, but I wanted to give you some of the basic foundational elements that you'll need, some of the foundational tools you need. Like, I went into how to get on the phone and close deals. Most people don't get into that. Most people tell you what to do, right? But I told you how to do. I'm supposed to be charging for this because they say the game is not told, the game is sold. I'm supposed to be charging you for this, but I'm not charging you. Why? Because I want to help you. I want to see you win because you're part of my community, right? And then at the same time, if this info benefits you, you're going to be more inclined to come back and either receive more information from me or even work with me at a higher level and work with me long term. I get a lot of people that work with me for many years and that have still been working with me for years to this day. People still work with me many years later because I am all about value, right? And I'm in it for the long term. So if you can benefit from this in the short run, and then you want to return later to work with me on a higher level, great. I got many people that come back to me years later, say, hey man, your information years ago benefited me. Now here I am, let's work together. And like recently, I'll share this with you. I put out 365 free videos where I gave out motivational quotes every day. That's now started to come back to me in the form of speaking events, speaking gigs, clients, introductions to super affiliates booking webinars with me, deals with larger companies. So much is coming from it because I decided to put out value like you're seeing here without expecting anything in return. Okay. Now don't get it twisted. I get clients from this type of information for sure. I get customers from this type of information for sure. But the truth is that the long-term benefits that I receive from just sharing value it has far outweighed the short-term benefits. Okay, and it will continue to do so, and that is why I continue to pour my heart into this, into you, into our community, into what I put out there, because I know that it's going to help someone, and it's going to create a ripple effect of people being helped and people being impacted positively, and that's what I'm all about. So this has been marketing and sales here in day number 4, which is my favorite, one of my favorite numbers because that's my professional basketball number, day 4. Here in day 4, tons of value has been delivered, tons of value has been received. And so I would like to do something. I would like to just tune in. So Rolando said, yes, sir. He said, you're doing a great job here. Excellent. Thank you, Rolando. Yes, sir. All right. So for those of you who are here watching live, just tune in with me, please. Just drop a comment. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear from you. So please tune in with me. Drop a comment. Share some information with me. Let me know your thoughts on this. How's the information been? Just let me know by dropping a comment below. Ooh, mouth got a little dry. I need a sip of water, so excuse me. Please drop your feedback below. I'd love to hear from you. Would love to hear your thoughts because we are now approaching the conclusion and the wrap up of day 4. Awesome. So yes, Rolando, thank you for your feedback. Bose, thank you for your feedback. Jesse, thanks for tuning in. Tiffany, thanks for tuning in. James, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Excellent. So this information has been really valuable. It's been beneficial. A lot of people have got some great value from this. Right on. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. So now with that being said, we will now bring this. Tons of value has been delivered. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow, Bose. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you for confirming and for letting me know. See you tomorrow, the final day of this bootcamp. Yes, sir. Awesome. Thanks, Bose. Have a good night, man. Have a good night. And for everyone else who's watching and who's tuning in, thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for watching, whether you watched live and participated with our live audience here inside of our community, or if you came and watched the replay, maybe there's a comment feature below where you can comment. Please drop your thoughts there. Maybe there's no comment feature below, and it's all good. It's still all love at the end of the day. And I thank you for being a member of our tribe here, of our community, and even for subscribing to get access to this 5-day Activator Bootcamp. All right. Just okay. All right, beautiful. So now with that, with those things said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring this to a conclusion here, okay? Because we're slowly approaching the 2-hour mark. Yeah, like I said, we're slowly approaching the 2-hour mark, and there's been a lot of information shared here, a lot of value, and there's been a lot of nuggets, a lot of things I've shared from my story. Hopefully, you can go back through this information and you can like extract those golden nuggets, extract that intrinsic value that has been displayed here and shared here inside of today's session. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. All right. So look, it has been your man, Michael Over-Deliver Baptiste. This has been day 4 of our High Ticket Freedom Activator Bootcamp. This has been marketing and sales, where we dove into principles like the moving parade with consumers and producers. What side should you be on? You should be on the side of the producer, right? We talked about demographics, psychographics. We talked about different book recommendations, such as the 22 Laws of Marketing, the 22 Laws of Branding. We talked about the different strategies for marketing, from word of mouth, email marketing, chatbot, influencers, Facebook groups, YouTube ads, Facebook ads. Another one that I did not mention here was LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn ads, even live video. So yeah, live videos is a great way. So let's just say, live video, right? Yeah, I mean, let's see, live video. So if this is, let me just do this, right? Boom. This camera here. Right, so just imagine that this right here is a camera. All right, so live. All right, so live video, and that can be Facebook Live, YouTube Live, even on LinkedIn and Instagram, Snapchat. Like, there's multiple platforms out there that allow you to go live. So you can use live video as another form of marketing as well. And all right. So thanks again for tuning in. It has been your man's Michael Over-Deliver Baptiste. I want to remind you of this quote before we get out of here. If the dreams that you're dreaming can be accomplished in this lifetime, then you are dreaming too small. I challenge you, baby. I challenge you. Yes, I challenge you to dream bigger. That's right, dream bigger. P.S. If you like more information about this, what you learned here today, reach out to me directly, send me a message, or you can send us an email at info@highticketfreedom.com. If you like more information, and we're happy to share whatever we can with you. Your man's Michael Baptiste is now signing out. Drop those comments below, share this video. We'd love to hear from you. And I will see you again inside of day 5 in our next video, and somewhere on the internet, maybe in my emails, maybe in our group, maybe on our pages, wherever. I'll see you again real soon. Take care and peace.